Solve the equation and check your answer. X over x minus 5 plus x over x plus 5 equals 10x over x squared minus 25. What we want to do is multiply both sides by the common denominator. In this case, x squared minus 25 is x minus 5 times x plus 5, and therefore the common denominator is x minus 5 times x plus 5. So we want to multiply both sides by x minus 5 times x plus 5. Same thing here, multiply by x plus 5 times x minus 5. So on this side, we distribute. When we do so, the x minus 5 will cancel the x minus 5, and that leaves us with x plus 5 times x. Then, when we distribute here, the x plus 5's cancel, and that leaves us with x minus 5 times x. On the right-hand side, x squared minus 25 cancels completely with the x plus 5 times x minus 5, leaving us with just 10x. Now we have to distribute the x, which gives us x squared plus 5x, and then distribute the x here, which gives us x squared minus 5x, and that equals 10x. Now, the plus 5x and the minus 5x will add up to 0. X squared plus x squared is equal to 2x squared, but we'll also subtract 10x from each side, so that what we have is 2x squared minus 10x equals 0. Now, we factor the left-hand side. We can factor out a 2x, leaving us with x minus 5 inside the parentheses. Then, that means that either 2x equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. That means that x is equal to 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. We should just go to x equals 5. So x equals 0 or x equals 5. We need to check both of those values in the original equation to see if they check. So let's do that next. So here we have the original equation. We want to check x equals 0. We also want to check x equals 5. Substitute 0 in place of each x. So we would have 0 over 0 minus 5 plus 0 over 0 plus 5. Does that equal 10 times 0 over 0 squared minus 25? Well, 0 divided by negative 5 is 0. 0 divided by positive 5 is 0. 10 times 0 is 0. And 0 divided by negative 25 is 0. We have 0 plus 0 equals 0. So it checks, and that tells us that x equals 0 is a solution. Now let's check x equals 5. This would give us 5 over 5 minus 5 plus 5 over 5 plus 5, and that equals 10 times 5 over 5 squared minus 25. Well, right away, you see 5 minus 5 is equal to 0, and that means that this is undefined. At the same time, you'll notice over here, we're going to have 25 minus 25, yielding a 0 in the denominator, so this also would be undefined. What that tells us is that 5, the answer 5, is an extraneous solution. So we have x equals 0, and 5 is extraneous. So the only solution is x equals 0.